Forbes predicts that Elon Musk will hit a $1 trillion net worth by July 1st. That's what I thought this video would be about. How one man can have so much money. But I was wrong, because after reading hundreds of articles and listening to multiple interviews, this story went down a path that I could have never expected. It reminds me of the book series Red Rising, because this isn't about how a man became a trillionaire. It's about a man who has deliberately placed himself at the center of every innovation that is the future of the world, and how he's going to achieve what he's always wanted and what no other human has ever done. And there's a question I want you to hang on to for the end of the video, because it will answer why Musk is doing this. It is one of the 5 areas that will have the most important effects on humanity in the future. Now, I'm not trying to overlook $1 trillion. Okay, that is a lot of fucking money. At $1 trillion, Elon would be worth 284,615 working lives. To get his income, you would have to work longer than all of recorded human history over 1,000 times. And he'd be worth more than the Netherlands, Switzerland, Argentina, South Africa, and 170 other countries. You get the point. Brother got dough. He has nation-sized wealth. Man is an innovator through and through, bringing us to his first innovation, SpaceX.
We have liftoff.
Now, SpaceX's purpose is this long, boring memo that I'm not going to read to you. Basically, he wants to put humans on Mars. But Musk initially struggled with building a space company, trying to work with old Russian ballistic missiles that were way too expensive, and trying to work with Russians themselves, which he didn't really get along with, leading him to create SpaceX. But there was a huge problem. Musk was entering a highly risky business, which most people doomed him to fail in. And even though he was determined to bring down the cost of space travel, it didn't go so well. The first 3 launches ended the same. But lucky number 4, in 2008, Musk was able to get Falcon 1 to space and become the first privately owned liquid-fueled missile to reach Earth's orbit, thanks to billions of dollars from NASA. And while I was doing research about SpaceX, there was this word that kept popping up: space economy. What the fuck is a space economy? Well, this leads us into Musk's next innovation, Starlink, a low-orbit internet connection network engineered by SpaceX to provide connection to every single crevice you can think of on Earth. And this has become one of Musk's best innovations, because Starlink is the largest satellite constellation that we have ever seen, with around 10,000 Starlinks in orbit right now, becoming a powerful dominance in satellite internet tech that will change the way we connect to the internet forever. And along the way, creating a huge cash cow for SpaceX projects. And this is the space economy, a $600 billion business moving industries from Earth to space. But the space economy has nothing to do with space. We created the Industrial Revolution for factories. We created trade by using oceans. We created the internet to have the internet economy. The space economy is just the next frontier. All it is a tool in the evolution of humankind moving forward into the future, just to do things bigger, better, and faster. And at the front of the space economy, there is something that everybody is racing to get to first. And who gets this will set the rules and control the space economy moving forward. Which brings us to Elon's next innovation, xAI. This is Elon's AI startup, but this isn't your regular AI company. This AI company's sole goal is to better understand the universe. If you look up xAI, the first word you see is understand the universe. Not just having another AI company, but having an AI company that evolves AI itself into the future and is the leader in this evolution in the way that Musk sees it. And all these innovations, SpaceX, xAI, and Starlink, have all been crammed together to witness something that we have never seen before: the first trillionaire. Look, this all seems like some real futuristic shit. You know, stuff that you would see out of books like Wool or Project Hail Mary, Poppy War, Empire of Silence, Dune, Red Rising. Like, this is some real futuristic shit. And as you can see, I like to read futuristic shit. But it's these books that make this all seem possible. And it's happening right before our eyes. We are about to witness the biggest IPO in the history of everything. SpaceX, along with XAI and Starlink, are about to go public under SpaceX with a IPO evaluation of $2 trillion. And you know what he's doing? He's making these lawyers, bankers, and investors of the IPO buy a subscription to Grok. And some of these banks have already stated that they're going to invest tens of millions of dollars into Grok and implement it into their own IT systems. Musk is also requiring these banks in the IPO to advise on X. 5 banks have agreed to both of these terms: Bank of America, Citibank, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and Goldman Sachs. Elon's ability to secure investment from these banks on his chatbot just indicates his enormous sway that he has on the banking industry as the richest man in the world, now and into the future. But why is Elon going public now? Why now? Why not sooner? Why not later? This answers the product question that everybody is racing to produce in the space economy: data centers. Musk is making the bet that the future of AI will not be here on Earth, but will be in outer space. Because data centers on Earth are limited to terrain and to energy, but in space, the space is unlimited. The energy you can get from the sun. So if you can put data centers in space, you can control the innovation of AI moving forward. But Musk has a problem. He can't do this with his own money. Even though he will be a trillionaire, the first trillionaire, he doesn't have enough money to build, operate, and to put data centers in space. That is why he's going public with SpaceX. He needs investors. He needs money. He needs people who believe in his incentives. And Musk might just get what he wants. Reported by the Financial Times, SpaceX and XAI have gained a combined $1 trillion valuation in the past 18 months. Success hinges on the premise that Musk's personal brand, the lack of terrestrial competitors, and unbounded retail enthusiasm can propel the offering off the launch pad and into deep space. Wait a minute. Hold on. Aren't we forgetting in innovation? We have SpaceX, XAI, X, Starlink, but I feel like there's one other innovation we're forgetting. Oh yeah, Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Musk's revolutionary EV car company that took off in 2017. Honestly, we saw Teslas everywhere. They popped up like popcorn, especially in LA. It was like they were getting invaded by Teslas. Tesla was booming until it burst into flames literally in 2025. And Tesla seems like it doesn't matter anymore, like it's irrelevant. But Tesla might be the most important innovation that Elon has right now, even more important than AI. Musk has done a lot of transformation with Tesla, and it's this transformation that is very important to the innovation of the future. In 2008, the first Tesla hit the road, and from 2008 to 2015, Tesla was the front runner in EV cars. Then, Musk added Tesla Energy, his next innovation, and Tesla Energy best represents Musk's attempt to change the energy sector, to rely less on fossil fuels and to rely more on environmental friendly energy sources. Which brings us to Musk's most recent innovation of Tesla and his most important, the Tesla Optimus. Elon's robotics sector, which has taken over the focus of Tesla, producing humanoid robots and driverless taxis. And he is integrating his AI company into his robotic company to create an innovation that we have never seen before. And these are Musk's innovation companies, which brings us back to the question, what are the 5 areas that will have the most important effect on humanity in the future? The answer to that question: AI, the internet, space, genetics, and sustainable energy. And all of Musk's innovation companies line up with that. Space, SpaceX, AI, XAI, sustainable energy, Tesla Energy, the internet, X, and genetics, Tesla Optimus. Musk has planted his presence in all 5 of the most important factors that will shape humanity in the future. And he is not just in them, he is the front runner or one of the front runners in all 5. When it comes to innovation in the world, a certain person usually only innovates one thing. Musk could innovate 5. The 5 most important innovations that will power the future. Musk won't be just any old innovator. He will be the innovator. And that is his grand plan. And $1 trillion just comes with that plan. He's not worried about $1 trillion. He is worried about leaving his mark on the world and the future on a scale that we have never seen any other human being do before. Going back to this book, he wants people to praise him in the future. He wants to have memorials of him. He wants to have statues of himself in the future. And he sees the future in space with AI, innovation, robotics, connectivity on a scale that we have never seen before. Just think of this. We could live in a future where Elon Musk is praised, has statues, has memorials, is named after buildings, after drivable cars, flying shoes. That could be the future. Elon Musk planted everywhere, on everything. And this IPO that is going to happen in June will just put him even closer to that goal. Being a trillionaire is just the start of what he wants to accomplish. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. And I want you to sit with this. Elon Musk could become the most important human being that we have ever seen in the evolution of human history.